Hello, everyone. Welcome to Black Forex. Today, we're going to be coming at you with another market analysis currency breakdown. But before we break down this chart and this currency pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we all know why you guys are here. You guys are here to find good, credible Forex content that can help improve your ability as a trader and to help put some extra money in your pocket. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in and break it down this chart and this currency pair. Okay, so those of you who've been watching our Black Forex videos for some time, before we break down what's happening on the chart, we're going to break down what is fundamentally happening with each currency, starting with the Japanese yen. Okay, so the last time some news came out about the Japanese yen was yesterday, April 27th, around about a few hours into the Asian market. Okay, we did have some mixed news come out about the Japanese yen that was more on the negative side than positive side, which kind of is a reflection of what's going on with the overall Japanese economy and how hard inflation is hitting it, and the very passive sense and tone that they're taking to combat the inflation. Okay, and so with the inflation, so with the dark cloud of inflation hanging over the Japanese economy, and with the very passive tone that they're taking to combat inflation, because the Japanese government is worried about if they try to tackle inflation too aggressively, that can cause their country to go into recession. Okay, so with these two things mixed, the Japanese yen is now at the latter part of our week, coming into the latter part of our week as one of our weaker currencies. Okay, so many of the Japanese yen pairs in which the Japanese yen is located on the right hand side is trading as very strong buys. Okay, so the only time we're going to see some type of strength start to gain with the Japanese yen is if the Japanese government starts to take a more effective role in combating its inflation, and they're going to have to get a little bit more aggressive in trying to combat the inflation without worrying about the fears of going into recession. Okay, now let's discuss what is happening with the US dollar. So we did start off this week with having almost about um going into the latter part of this trading week, we did have just as much negative news that came out about the US dollar. We also had the same amount of positive news come out about the US dollar as well. So the traction of its strength that it has been gaining, it did pick up some, but it has not picked up as much as it was at the beginning part of this trading week or at the latter part of this trading week. So the last time we had some news come out about the US dollar was yesterday at around 10 a.m. just after the opening of the New York trading session, and we had some very positive news. So, like I said, we are picking up the trajectory and the strength that's being gained with the U.S. dollar, but it's not picking up as fast as it was during the prior trading week, or at least at the beginning of the opening, at the beginning of this trading week. Okay. So in this situation, we have a U.S. dollar that is much, much stronger than the Japanese yen. Now, we were dealing with a situation in which the Japanese yen was starting to gain some strength as the Japanese government did try to take a more active stance in combating this inflation, but it's not being as aggressive as other governments of the major seven currencies that we trade are taking to combat this inflation. Definitely not aggressive as America is doing, because like I said, they're doing it out of fear, so they don't push their economy into recession. So we have a strengthening U.S. dollar, but it's not strengthening as fast. And we still have a weakening. Now we're starting to have a weakening Japanese dollar. And we can see this reflected here on the charts. Beginning of the week, we did start to come down some. And as we started to get to the latter part of this week, we did break up after been going strong, after going sorry about that, after going to record all-time highs. And as I said in previous videos, that one thing that can possibly happen is that if the Japanese government does not take a more active role in trying to combat its inflation, we will start to even reach more all-time highs than we did with the 20-year all-time high. So now it looks like we're approaching let's see, last time we've been this high We're still at a 20-year all-time high. Okay, so that's the last time we've been this high. We're still at a 20-year all-time high. But it's a possibility we could get even higher. So let's go ahead into technical analysis to break this down. So there's a possibility we could get higher depending on how if the fundamentals hold as they are. But we are going to get some retracement down. How far can we drop down? We could drop down as far as here, here, or here. But the way now that the chart is looking like, it's looking like this retracement is going to be more on the short term end, and the intermediate to long term is going to be still good for buying. But if the fundamentals trade over, the retrace, the retracement will start to turn into price turnover. Okay, so how far could we drop? We can drop as far as here, here, or here before we range out and continue to go up. Okay, but if we start to get change over in the fundamentals in which the Japanese yen start getting much more significant strength, we're going to see rapidly drop in price around these areas very fast, pathetic push ups, and then we'll start going down. But if we start getting very hesitant push downs like we've done here, then we're going to be looking at this more from a long-term position. We're going to continue to break all-time record highs. Okay, but we are going to have a drop down in price. It's all going to be about how aggressive price drops versus how aggressive price picks up, which is going to be the determining factor in which we will still continue to go towards the long position or to continue to go towards a short position. Now, if you guys enjoy our content, we invite you to subscribe to our videos. Subscribing to our channel will allow you to get notifications every time we drop new trading content. And also liking and sharing our videos help pushes our content out there further than YouTube so we can continue to build our community of profitable traders, because our goal is to build a community of profitable traders. Okay, now also if you guys want other charts breaking down from stocks to crypto, other forex pairs, metals, oils, futures, any of those charts or commodities, if you want those things broken down, please reach out to us. There are three ways you can reach out to us. You can comment on whatever videos that we post, or you can reach out to us via our email or our various social medias. The links to the social medias and the email is placed in every description of every video. Okay, so please let us know what charts that you guys want broken down so we can better know how to serve you and we can continue to be profitable traders together. And with that being said, happy trading.